What's up, Trojans? It's been a wild week on my end, at least. You know, the gap between my last videos is kind of messed up because I've been filming them and like holding them. But yeah, wild week on my end. Saw the Giants schedule got released, and wow, it is a very, very interesting schedule. Four primetime games: Cowboys, Rams, Commanders, and Lions. So the NFL is definitely doing the usual thing of giving us very difficult primetime matchups. But the craziest part is that it's back to back to open the season. Like that's just crazy to me. Some people are taking that as the NFL has a lot of faith in the Giants. I feel like I'm taking that the other way around. I think the NFL has something against the Giants because they should know that we don't do good in prime time, and we don't normally do that good to start the season. So this feels like a setup. Anyway, gonna open some select boosters. You know, I got the box. We're just gonna open these in the background. It's just gonna be very difficult to start the season. We're going up against the Rams. We're a very good team last year and have no reason to be any worse. So that's probably a loss in week 2. Basically forces us to have to get one in week 1. A nice win there would go a long way. I was expecting the packs to be easier to open. Much like I was expecting a difference in the schedule. But, so, like, the way I'm thinking about it is we got to just beat Dallas week 1. It's the only way because it's not going to be easy to beat the Rams. Probably going to have to start the year 1-1. But if we start the year 0-2, it's not looking that good. You know, don't have the easiest schedule in the world. So definitely need to get that sorted out early. Because whenever the Giants get off to a really slow start, nothing good happens. Always have to get off to a good start. What is it? Why the upside down? Oh, is that? That's a Shedeur Sanders rookie on the select. Okay. Take that all day. Into a DK Metcalf. Okay. Ooh. We got future Jaden Higgins. Okay. Wow. Fancy. I feel like I should have just switched that because I missed Jimmy Graham. All right. That's why that pack was hard to open. They were guarding the Shedeur. Okay. Really like opening the packs with the awesome looking cards. You go to something like the Optic that I've been opening, and you just get this wide mix of cards. Oh, we're 2 for 2 on futures, it looks like, because that's a Matthew Golden. Well, hang on. I gotta get good at opening these, so yeah, here we go. All right, and once we get back to the Matthew Golden. So we got Ty Felton, Stephon Diggs in the pink, Jamar Chase. Yep, Matthew Golden, Caleb Williams, Nick, and Jordan Watkins. A good number of rookies in there. The Matthew Golden's pretty cool. Just trying to place these cards over here. But after that, like, if the Giants can start the year at 1-1, there's definitely some winnable games early on in the schedule. It's just oh man, I haven't gotten a lot of Abdul Carters. Oh, that's actually really cool that I'm getting one. I'm opening these packs in the wrong direction, so I'm getting like the coolest hits, like a turbocharged Abdul Carter right away. All right, seems like I had everything set up correctly. there. So, yeah, just 3 whatever cards. So we got Sam Darnold, Brian Urlacher, Cam Chancellor, and yeah, Abdul Carter on the turbocharged. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's awesome. That's a nice one right there. Very happy about that. Like I said, I've opened a good number of football packs from 2025, and I haven't gotten a lot of Abdul Carter variations. I've seen a few Jackson Darts, but not okay. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Just trolling me now. All right. Ooh, variation select on the base. Well, yeah, James Pierce. It looked like a variation just because of the jersey, I guess. The red really stands out. Jalen Lee. Okay. Ooh, here's a good one. Emeka Egbuka, the pink rookie select. Cam Scattaboo on the... Oh, man, I don't even know the name for that one. That's definitely a variation on the select. Michael Williams and, yeah, Saquon Barkley on the turbocharged. Oh, gosh, that Cam Scattaboo's nice. This Emeka's nice, too. Yeah, we'll get these ones top-loaded really quick. That's the other kind of big thing that came out. Malik Neighbors. It's not looking good with his recovery time now because he got the second surgery for his injury last season. And, you know, he's the guy that it seems like would have been the easiest one to come back just because of how early in the season it happened. Like, oh, it takes a full year, so should be back in time for week 1, especially, you know, with, like, just the way these guys work out and everything. You know, very fit. So, there we go. Very fit and all. So, they normally have a speedier recovery time than, you know, your average person getting the ACL. But he seems to have gotten some other issues as well, which is making it much more difficult for the recovery. Oh, man. I'm trying to get this, like, perfect. I want this, like, to look good. Yeah, there we go. Cam Scattaboo. Look at that. But Cam Scattaboo, the club level, Prism. That's nice. That's a really nice card. Oh, that's so nice. All right. These other cards were also in that pack. Okay. Kim Scattaboo got injured later in the season, but he just, like, he had a worse looking injury, but those bad looking ones are actually very easy to recover from. Like, I think it was like Drew Brees or someone had his, like, lung collapse. And it's like, oh, so he's out for the year, right? And they're like, nah, he'll be back in 2 weeks. Like, okay. Obviously, that one's a little bit while ago. Drew Brees hasn't been playing for a minute. But it was just one that I remembered. All right. We got Nick Bolton. Abdul Carter, variation rookie. I'm out of top loaders. Aw. Gotta, like, put this to the side in a different way. Curtis Samuel, Cole Kmet, and Brian Thomas Jr. on the numbers. Okay. Wow. I'm liking the hits on this. I need to do more select. Select is the way to go. And I only set a couple top loaders aside. This is so nice. The turbocharge might be worth more than this, but this card just looks really cool. And just look at it. That's a nice card. All right, last pack here. In any case, I really do hope Malik Neighbors is able to come back, if not week 1 now with the, additional surgery and things at play. I'd like to see him very early in the season. Hopefully, something like week 2 or 3. But that's what really sucks about this, initial primetime situation. The Giants need to get these wins early. And now with the Malik Neighbors thing, it looks like we're not going to have our best player. Ooh. Upside down on the variation? Ty Felton, rookie. Oh, wait. Whoa. What is this pack? Are they all upside down? What are we doing? Why are so many of these, upside down versus not? Okay, this is making it very difficult for me. Okay. Rashad Shaheed, Jonathan Taylor, and the big one is Jaden Higgins on the Select Certified. Okay. Cool. Oh, this is a pretty nice looking card. Especially if, the Texans end up with a really good offense. Jaden Higgins becomes a guy. I have a few of his rookies now just from opening a bunch of boxes of 2025. Yeah, I've pulled a couple decent darts. The best one is the pink camo and the mosaic dart, but I'm liking the pulls here. Abdul Carter and Cam Scattaboo is great stuff. Great stuff. Very happy with that, of course. Yeah, I just want to come on here, talk about some of the stuff I missed. The other one I haven't mentioned yet, the Giants signed some defensive tackles, really try to replace Dexter Lawrence. And hopefully, one of those guys can come close to that. I really just need someone to eat up the blocks. That's all Dexter Lawrence really did last year. And if Abdul Carter's going to step it up like he did at the end of last season, yeah, I mean, that's more than enough for this defensive line. And now with Arvell Reese, the front seven in general, we're running NASCAR out here, just racing to the quarterback. Should be that way every single down. Even in run plays, just go send someone at the quarterback. Before he can hand the ball off, he should be getting hit. That's where this defense should be at. Madden level. But yeah, it will be difficult for the Giants to start the year with a classic Dallas Week 1 and the Rams. That's gonna be a big one. Monday Night Football. It's gonna be pretty rough. Hopefully it's at least a close game. Just the Rams are really good. I think the Giants could pull off the technical upset against the Cowboys. However, I think that's the winnable one. Even if Malik Neighbors isn't in. As long as, some of the guys are there on offense, Isaiah Likely has a big game, for example. Jackson Dart really shows up. Tyrone Tracy is a pretty competent back if Scattaboo isn't there. But I don't know. I have faith that he will come back early, very early as well. Yeah, that's about it for this video. I'll just plan to see you guys in the next one as I just, quickly recap the hits of the last video. That Leaf Futures case, just show them off all right here at the end with no warning. This is what I got. This is a good case, by the way. If you're like, wow, all the reds and stuff and the platinums, low numbered autographs. Yeah, that was a really good case by me. I've opened worse cases. Just throwing that out there. Same thing with that select box. I've opened way worse select boxes. This is a pretty solid video, actually, in terms of the polls. All right. See you guys in the next one. Hopefully I'm wrong about the Giants starting off with the 2 primetime games. I'd love to see a 2-0. It's just not looking great right now. I'm thinking 1-1's their best case scenario. Should be an interesting season. I kind of like the way the schedule has played out otherwise. Commanders being a nice primetime game is cool. And, of course, have to go through the Lions. But they're not the Lions that made that NFC Championship game. So it will be interesting. I think that one could be a winnable one if the Giants get hot toward the end of the season. All right, see you guys in the next one.